Joining us on this broadcast is Mr. Ranjit Rai. He's India's former ambassador to Nepal. For all the updates on this story, Mr. Ranjit, thank you so much for joining us on WION. How do you see this development? Chinese envoy to Nepal goes and meets one of the rebel leaders in the ruling Nepal Communist Party. Do you see this as an indication of China wielding power and influencing the decision-making?
Playing a very active role in trying to find a compromise solution. Of course, that solution really hasn't lasted because there's again a crisis. And, once again, we see the Chinese ambassador very active. So my sense is that the Chinese have taken a strategic decision to strongly support the Nepal Communist Party. And I think they want to do everything they can to ensure that this party does not get divided or does not split. I think that is their core interest. And the second thing I want to mention also is the very close relationship that is developing now between the Chinese Communist Party and the Nepalese Communist Party. And they're exchanging views on how the parties should be run, how they can be strengthened. The Nepalese Communist Party is being trained by cadres from the Chinese Communist Party on Xi Jinping thought. So I think the Chinese are investing very significantly now.
Nepal Communist Party. Now, you have been India's former ambassador to Nepal. Is it normal for envoys to visit rebel leaders within a ruling party in any particular country? Will that be seen by any government across the world as an attempt to influence the government in that country?
Well, I don't like the term rebel leaders. Mr. Madhav Kumar Nepal is a former prime minister. He's been a former general secretary of the, earlier Communist Party. So he's a very senior person. And I think, all ambassadors meet all senior leaders of political parties. But it's the timing of this particular visit, I think, that has raised certain questions and apprehensions. And the Nepalese media itself is, raising the question as to why the Nepalese, the Chinese
respect to him. But, amongst all the controversies that Nepal Communist Party is facing, it's certainly clear that China is backing Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli at the moment. Now, he is facing a lot of internal revolt within his own party. Could you elaborate on what are the options that KP Sharma Oli has in front of him at the moment?
There are many options doing the round. The first, of course, is that he has prorogued the parliament. So you really can't have a floor test on the House, in case somebody wants to move a no confidence motion. It's not possible now. The second option that people say he was considering is whether to, declare an emergency or to dissolve the House. And of course, that he has the full support of the president. She has really endorsed all actions taken by Prime Minister Oli. And, their relationship goes back a very, very long time. Another option that is doing the rounds is that the Prime Minister may bring in an ordinance that, the decisive meeting of their standing committee has been postponed by another 2 days. Right. So obviously the leaders are trying very hard to see whether any compromise is possible between the Oli camp on one side and, Prachand and Madhav Nepal and the others on the other side.
Right. So before I let you go, I just need to ask you one final question. India and Nepal have been